But we've come somewhere totally different. We haven't been here for a couple of years.
We did come once early on last year, but it was early and we didn't find it. We never really came back, did we?
No, there's a little wren just doing on the water there right in front of us.
Not pick it up on that little thing.
I know.
We have found a lot of good things in this wood over the years, so.
Aye. We do see a lot when we're doing here. Oh.
There's a chicken.
Right, it's the first bird of the day, well, the second bird of the day. It'll have eggs somewhere.
So shall we head like up here then we'll head off into the wood and we'll just have a good
run,
really.
And we'll have a good scratch through. Just up on the top of the path there's a couple of deers.
Right, a couple there and look like they're feeding or something. You'll not be able to pick it up with that, will you?
I didn't think so, I know.
You keep winding up, you might get it.
I just quickly put this one on because by the time I got the other one on and that would have happened. It would have flew away. There's a pair of them.
It's hard to get.
You should be able to see them, like, I mean, I could just see them.
It's hard to catch trees half the time because
they're very shy, aren't they? This is the second path, isn't it?
That will be nesting here somewhere.
Aye.
Because we did get a good video of the deers, didn't we?
Well, look on that blackthorn where they came out of.
Would they be nesting that though? There's
you would.
Up there. That looks kind of.
Aye.
Bigger than a pigeon. It's
Aye.
kind of deer type size, isn't it?
Probably, if it is a deer, it's probably one of the highest ones we've ever seen.
It's possible though, kind of.
That looks even high enough to be a cross.
Aye, but it's not big enough. Aye. It's more like the size of like what a deers would be, isn't it? But
I think I can see through it. I think it is a pigeon's.
We found something in this blackthorn one, yeah. What was it?
Was it one of the black caps? It had chicks and eggs.
That was a good few eggs with that one.
Aye. It was like roughly in here because I just waded in and lifted the camera over the top. It was like in there.
Crawled in sort of there.
Aye. There's the magpies there. Know that. I don't know if it's an old one or not, like, I'll have a look. Since there's a bit of a nest there now, you know, like, I don't know if it's a remains of an old magpies. I thought it might have been a jays. That one's old. Aye.
It's been a fire, yeah. It's all burnt.
Yeah, right. Oh, the other week when I came, me and Dan were on deliveries.
It's on the ground again. Can you see it? Did you come up towards me? It's just
it's just there. Oh, it's just at the beginning. Just in the burnt stuff, right? It's actually collecting. Looked like it was collecting food, didn't it?
So we're heading up this path and then we'll.
So we're going into this one. I think this is the one, isn't it? Because the next one up is the big one. What guns all the way down in a run. But if we're going through the wood port, we might see something in here. I think there's a few holes in the trees in here. Goldfinch.
Oh, that was the one I was on. There's a big nest up there. Was that the one?
I was just looking at that one of magpies. There's another deer. They've just went through the back of there.
They're gonna have a nest somewhere, shall they? We'll stick the camera off and we'll have a bit look and then put it back on when we find out.
No, it's straight up there. There's a carrion crows. It did jump off when we were coming up the path. Seen it from in the distance, but it's one of them. There's not even a branch. Oh. It's quite high, that one. Oh, what do now is loads of low ones, aye. Been attacked by whoppies. But there was a grey tits or a blue tits in here a couple of years ago. I can see moss just on there. You know, so that some that is using it again. But it's seeing doing it there, like. I've got a pen torch, like. That's one of them holes that you just cannot see in here. I've got a little torch here, but it's a little bit awkward.
I don't know which path to be on now, because it's kind of just coming off in this one.
Mm-hmm. There's a missile thrush just doing here, about 5 trees doing them trees in the middle of the path. It was on the floor and it's just jumped up into the tree there, Gans.
You can hear it.
There's a pair of them.
There's a little, on this thing there's a, I don't know if it's a little quilted, it's a bit too far to see.
Mm-hmm. There, that one, Gans.
Just
I haven't went far, like.
Bottom of that tree.
Which tree?
See this tree just in front of her?
Aye. Oh, the bendy one, aye.
Oh, it's just flew to the hole there. It's a definite nest. One's fluting, the other one's in.
Is that a great tit? Oh, I can see it.
Read at the bottom.
Oh, they're blue tits?
I cannot make it out from you.
Aye, they're a pair of blue tits.
There's a blue tit. Can you make it out from?
Just.
Aye, it is. Aye, I can see the little bit.
Just.
Aye. When it turned around, you could see the breast. Now it's just got a little bit black on.
Aye.
Wait,
but there's a chance there's a missile thrushes in here. But because we've seen both the birds, they could be feeding. Is that? Oh, wood pigeon.
What made me think this is a coal tip and who low it is?
Aye, it's on the floor. Aye. Aye, the bird was at the hole there, wasn't it?
Well, one flew. And there was another one at it. So it's
look at the size of that one, wouldn't it?
It's definitely got a nest in there.
Aye. It's one of them.
But it would be more weird coal tip, wouldn't it?
Aye. I'll get that little portrait in your pocket. The right that building. There's that.
Aye, there's hiding the subfoot. If you can always get that on camera, if you stood, you know.
Aye, I'll get the other camera out, because there it is. It's getting closer. It's seen one turned away. Aye. I'll get the other camera out. What was that?
I don't know. Something on the ground, I don't know. It's a squirrel.
There's the missile thrush just flew across into that tree there.
What is that? I don't know. I don't know. Somebody in the woods.
It is. There's somebody behind the holly. I can see someone doing that.
Well, anyhow, that's a blue tit there. We'll have a look on that.
Oh, there's a pigeon up the top of the tree as well, where that person is.
I can't see anything.
I've seen something moving down there behind the tree.
I've seen a squirrel in that, but I don't know.
But that's making a lot of noise though for an animal, isn't it? I'll leave the camera on.
We'll have a look at this again.
No, is that them? No, it's a wood pigeon. I will have a look at that on them.
But we'll have to remember where that
is.
is.
Can you get that?
Not the camera for a minute.
We'll just put the camera back on because a great spotted woodpecker running up that tree.
It's kind of shining into the sun,
so
it's probably not. You
might see a silhouette of it when it flies. It's you've got the branches going up off that back tree. It's up in the V up there. It's just still sitting there.
I can't even see. It's hard when you're trying to pencil it. It's you cannot see.
It's like seeing it's on that branch up there. There's like a million. I'm waiting to see if it moves because it's actually just sitting there now. Yeah, it's dropped down.
Alright, I see it.
It's went quite far down.
Creeping up that air.
They'll be on doing a nest and probably have eggs new.
Probably, yeah. You can see it clears out on that side now, can't you? But now you can zoom in a bit on it like that, it comes round.
I can see it on the viewfinder.
It's at the back now. There, it's like coming up the side of the back there.
I can't even see it on the viewfinder. I've got a lot of reflection on it.
I know, straight in the... Hey, that's a little what's that just up above with it? Oh, I think it's just another blue or grey tit. Maybe a coal tit actually. Can you see just there?
No.
That's the way I am thinking.
I've seen the shadow of it flying across. I'm trying not to blame myself looking up at that sun. Like everything we're looking at's into the sun. Right, we're not exactly where everything is when we come back because it's just at the beginning of this track thing here. Like this, you've got a normal path, you've got that pool of mud.
We'll knock the camera off in the front of the
I will save the battery. Grey squirrel. It'd be predating all the nests.
I know. There's a little I don't know what
I'm just looking at this one. Bit of a split dune there, that's where you find
I'm
it.
looking at one thing and you're seeing
I
another
know,
thing.
it's just
No
that
matter what
much.
you look. When we come back here later and we start filming this blue tit, we'll be standing quiet probably for 20 minutes so we might see.
Aye, we'll see where the missile thrush guns and where the woodpecker guns at the same time. We'll set the camera up on the blue tit hole and just see if we can get it in there building. And watch other stuff, because that's generally what you've got to do, you've got to sit and watch, haven't you? Everything's come to life. Little wren at the base of that silver birch. It's a little bit alarmed. It's just bobbing up and doing that. There she goes. Not gone very far, man. I was just thinking it could have been. The thing is with the wrens, you can see them when they're there, can't you, now the nest?
Ah, yes.
So if it was going to be there, we would have seen it. I think the last time we were doing here, a couple of years ago, there was it the road there walked in, like just about 10 yards in front of it, and it was just walking, it didn't run. Normally they'd be away, but this one was just like on the path beside her. Nearly shot himself. Rabbit was just in there and ran out of there, crossing a little bit of a hole next to the holly tree over there. It only looked like a few weeks old, didn't it? It wasn't too old. Bumblebee. Aye, spotted a couple of jays up here.
This is where we found that 1 year ago, wasn't it? Like years ago, 3 years, whatever. We should actually get filming of that with the eggs, feeding the chicks and everything.
Aye, we've got good footage of that one. Jay, bird nest, eggs, chicks. I think roughly. Looks like someone's had a big bonfire. Seen the blackbirds flying around. This is roughly where we're seeing the jays. That's where we found the nest. In that tree that's on the floor. But it was standing upright. We had the camera in that ivy, looking into the nest, filming the birds. Well, we've had the camera set up on this.
Each 10 minutes, we did see it down in at least one, so and it's definitely building it.
Aye.
So it's definitely building. If we come up when it's got young, it'll be in and out, like constantly, won't it?
Aye. I'll bring the inspection camera next time as well, so we can have a look at the eggs. But we did stand around to see if we could see the jays and the missile thrush again, but we never seen them.
Never seen them yet.
No.
I think we're on the pass, so we're heading into the thick of the wood. We might have a better chance of.
Aye. It's too open here, isn't it? There's bike tracks. Well, we're just looking at the pigeons in this holly tree here.
probably been in the chest, but there's a big pile of fellas underneath it. There's a big, something's been killed across there.
They've dragged it over there now, haven't they?
I think whatever's been on there's been...
Aye.
I didn't even think you could get the camera above it.
I didn't think I could from here. I think when somebody's killing the bird and dragging it over there and eating it, it's probably had the eggs in it.
More likely.
I don't think I could lift the camera up that high, to be honest. I'll have a try. Didn't think I can, no. It's a bit higher up than what it looks. Sinkhole. Knee frogs are out in there. Stay to that.
I think I mentioned these a few times out of our mine things where they used to just dig straight to.
Like test pits or something or whatever.
I think it's why they used to dig for coal, but back like, I think hundreds of years ago they would just dig big holes straight to get the coal, but it was dangerous. I think a lot of them used to collapse, so a lot of people used to get killed down there. But I want to score.
Well, finally, we've found one. Wait, Philip found it, you know, it's like... but you know, Philip's got the honours.
But, it looks like for 4 eggs, it's just a big blackbird, but we just it's the first one we found this year.
Yeah, it's got 4 eggs in. See if I can get the camera over the top there, actually. But all this crap in here.
Nicely hidden, like. This one
Oh, it's a good one, like.
So. It's probably having that I want to lay.
Aye. Oh, they do lay 4 or 5, like, didn't they? Nice to see. Finally.
I mean, it's like you say.
Well, walking through these woods, I'll be pressed. We're not finding out again the day.
I mean, it's just a blackbird, but it's just,
Aye.
I'm just pleased to find something. It might be the start of a look. Yeah?
Could be. Start of a good thing. And we're just off the side of the path. We're just on the path here, walking doing through. And the bird actually just jumped off the top and scattered through the back there. It's behind her.
I don't know if that'll be a one you'd ever be filming in and it will be a bit of a hot mine from
Yeah,
the back.
from the back. I'll have a look around, I'll see if we can...
Because if we come back, we've got that blue tick that we get feeding and we could get this when it's got the young.
I'll see if I can... I'll see if they come up and over. It's quite well hidden, like, but...
You'd probably be to get a bit of a shot of it, just coming in.
If we're kind of finding out easier, we'll use that, like, to get footage.
Anyway.
Oh, brilliant. Well, we found what looks like the beginnings of a willow tit, or a... It doesn't quite go down, it only goes in...
Tiny bit.
Aye, like a couple of inches down. But it could be the beginnings of one. I can't see bits of chippings on the floor, but it's going to be dark. But right next to it as well. We'll come back next week and check that out.
So what do you think this could like be the beginning bird then?
The willow tit.
So them they make their own?
They make their own little nest hole, cavity thing. Aye. Normally a bit round, but I'm seeing that.
I didn't realise it did. I thought it was...
Sometimes great tits do the same, like, you know, I've seen that. But we'll see if it's any different next week. But there is what, it's either a song thrush or a missile. Either a song thrush or a missile thrush. No. I'll lift the camera over the top and have a look, like, just in case. We've just checked that that what we thought was a missile thrush next to the willow tit.
It didn't look very neat in that. It wasn't like a rund. Come beside it would look a little bit squashed up.
Right,
See what
so it
would
looked
be
out
used
of it. Oh well.
Well.
But we'll come back to that hole just to see if it does
that
get
one in there, little
in the tree stump.
Look like it could be.
We'll see next week if it's going to be getting used or not, if it's any different. You would think even a blue tit or a grey tit would use it.
Aye, right. The size of the hole, now the size of the opening, that would a robin or something building that?
They probably could.
Because it was like a canny.
Aye, it was biggish. Aye, they could. Right. Well, we've been all the way through that wood. We went backwards and forwards a few times.
I mean, we just found the blackbird. Better than we've normally done this year.
Oh, definitely. We found the blackbirds with eggs there and
the
blue tit on building.
What's them little brown birds up the top when you see?
Oh, and the sparrows.
I thought they looked a bit bigger than this. The hedgehog, but they didn't look. I don't know.
I was thinking hoose sparrows or even tree sparrows.
They just looked a little bit bigger.
It didn't have the red breast like a robin. So I'm not 100% sure.
A little bit bigger.
Aye, like a. Aye, I know what you mean. Aye. Right, but we're back to the core anyways. So we'll see you in the next one.